But
right.
ESPN put out its future power rankings, and we'll show you the top 10, and then we'll show you the bottom 5.
Okay.
You want to guess which one the Browns are in between the top 10 and the bottom 5?
Since I sent you the article, I guess I shouldn't guess.
You shouldn't guess. Here's the top 5 based on ESPN's way too early rankings. The Seahawks, the defending Super Bowl champs, came in at number 1.
Wow,
New England
ESPN really was bold with their top 2 right there.
Rams, Broncos, and Bills round out the top 5. The top 4 teams were the 4 teams in the championship games. 6, San Francisco. 7, Detroit. 8, Philly. 9, Jacksonville. And 10, Green Bay.
I think they're way off, by the way. And that's their power rankings at the top are so prisoner of the moment.
Exactly.
New England won't be in the top 5. Mark it down next year.
New England better go back. They better get them some pieces.
Yeah,
New England had a magical ride. Yeah. But anyway, go ahead.
We're not here to discuss the
We're
top 10.
not here to discuss the top 10, but we put it on the screen anyway.
I'm
the bottom
on
5.
The fact they ain't got the Chargers nowhere on.
This is, Tyvis, the bottom 5 in ESPN's way too early 2026 power rankings.
Dead
the
last.
Cardinals at 28, Miami at 29, Vegas at 30, the Jets at 31, and our Cleveland Browns at number 32. Tyvis, fair, foul, right, wrong. They can't be too low because they're the low as it gets.
They can be too low, Mike. They can't be too high.
Yes, that's what I mean. Tyvis, what do you think about ESPN ranking the Browns 32nd in their way too early power?
I think it's wrong. I mean, I do. No, I do, because it's like I look at like the Jets and the Raiders, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what do they have that we don't? Like, what makes them different, right? Our defense is better than both of theirs, so we got that going for us. The Jets have the running back, Breece Hall. They got Genty for the Raiders. Okay, I give them that. Quarterback-wise, I don't even think they got one. Their guy's not even on the roster right now. So, I think you could mix the last 3 spots any way you want to put them. I wouldn't put the Browns dead last, though. I don't think the Browns is dead last.
This is nasty.
I feel like the Raiders or the Jets should be. Probably the Jets.
First of all, can I say how pitiful it is that we have to debate whether the Browns are 30th, 31st, or 32nd?
It's sad, but it's the
so
reality.
Sad.
It's the reality we
live in.
I
think 32 is unfair. 31 is reasonable.
Yeah,
but go ahead. Go ahead about this nasty work.
The last three, you could rotate them in any way. But
I mean, we're not about to do that, bro. I just saw them. Dylan Gabriel beat the Dolphins. So they could cancel that. Like, y'all lost.
But the Browns lost to the Jets.
Hey, that's fine.
And the Titans.
That's fine. But, hey, you notice I didn't say nothing about the Jets.
I'd say you didn't.
Dolphins, you automatically below us. You got the work. You got the Dylan Gabriel work, and the Wild Dog, and your coach got fired. The Raiders.
Shout out to Half.
Yeah, Raiders. No,
they get Malik Willis though.
Did the Raiders beat the Browns? No, the Browns beat the Raiders.
We came to Vegas and we smoked y'all.
That was because that was off of 1 week of practice. Imagine the offseason.
Geno Smith,
dangerous.
You let Shador Sanders come out here and throw bombs on y'all with no practice. Y'all got that work.
1 week of practice.
He got that first week.
1 week of practice.
1 week. Okay. And on top of that, Geno Smith, he's the worst quarterback. And I don't know, Geno Smith.
Yeah, but they're not going to have Geno next year.
We're good.
Fernando Mendoza.
Now they're going to have a rookie quarterback. Yep. We already beat y'all on the road, so you automatically less than us. Now, we got the Cardinals, right? Now, did the Cardinals have a better defense than us? No. Did the Jets have a better defense than us? No. I don't think they got –
They stopped us.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about the Jets, man. Hey, see, Kevin, this is crazy. Kevin, if you wouldn't have let him return, Bubba Ventrone let him return 2 kicks, we would have won that game too. But here's the thing, man. Like, honestly,
you can rotate the last. You can rotate the last 5.
If you in the bottom 5, you just in the bottom 5. But I don't even care about your rankings, man. At some point in time, I just saw the Patriots get 4 wins and then go to the Super Bowl.
How are the Titans not in there? I think the Titans should be.
The Titans are 27 for what it's worth.
How?
Okay, so. Because
they got all that money. That's why they got it. Why is it that historically nobody has, no big time free agent signed with the Titans?
Didn't Albert Hainsworth, or did he leave?
No, he left to go to Washington.
Maybe they just don't pay anybody. I don't think it's they purposely don't choose.
No, but it's like because I had this argument on my show, like a week or 2 ago, and I'm like, give me the best free agent that ever went to the Titans.
Nobody's going there like that.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
Well, maybe they
DeMarco
haven't
Murray?
spent money.
DeMarco Murray.
Was he not traded?
Tony Pollard. A couple of years ago, I'm trying to. It's the best guy I can think of.
Man, I mean,
They don't. It may just. I don't think it's the team's players don't necessarily want to go there. I think it's just they don't spend the money.
Why?
Delaney Walker, Kevin Mawai in 2006.
Mawai. Kevin
Mawai.
Mawai.
I mean, they draft pretty well. You
Not
know?
recently.
I mean, back in the day, I
Yeah.
mean, the Titans when it was the old, what was it? The old AFC Central.
Yeah.
It was the Oilers or the Titans.
I think you're thinking about remember the Titans.
Yeah.
They had good talent there.
Oilers.
Strong side, left side.
Listen, that was a sad movie at the end.
Yeah.
And that dude, I can't believe he was paralyzed like that. And he tried to act like the state championship meant something.
Gary Bertier?
Yeah. And then he died in another car accident in real life.
That's wild.
Oh, he
bro.
died in
Soon
real
after.
life?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Gary
he died.
Bertier is
They
dead?
show it in the movie. At the very end of the movie, there's a scene where they're at a funeral because he had died from a few years later in another car accident.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual actor.
I thought it was
no,
real
no.
life.
Yeah, that's what you said in real life.
No.
You talking about the actual
The actual actor is the guy. He was the Sons of
Yeah,
Anarchy.
that's what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah.
The real Gary Bertier, not the actor.
Hey, man, how did he go out in Sons of Anarchy?
He got killed in jail, I think, if I remember.
And when Jax was banging on the window, he was like, no!
Yes, good job out of you.
No! He got
Love that
pounded.
show,
And he
man.
was like, he got
I don't even remember what we was talking
Yeah,
about.
but no, like,
Yeah.
why don't nobody want to go to Tennessee?
I don't,
yeah.
I don't know. Don't they not have taxes?
I have no idea. It's
Tennessee is a mid. It's a
It will be.
mid.
It's who the head coach? Oh, Saleh, right? It's gonna be very
Yeah.
interesting to see.
if I were ranking the teams, I'd actually probably have the Browns 30th. Now,
Behind who? I mean, who's behind them?
I would have Miami, believe it or not because we
Shout
lost
out to
Dylan
Jeff
Gabriel.
Habb. They're gonna have Malik Willis as their quarterback.
But I think Miami. Devin Achane's way better than Judkins at this point.
Jalen Waddle.
And Jalen Waddle's a good player.
Yeah.
But he's not that good.
Is he
Tyreek
bet-
Hill's kind of old. I don't know. He's not even going to be
He
there.
ain't gonna be there.
And so
Is he the best
I just
weapon out of all? No, Garrett Wilson would be.
I'd put the Jets ahead. I mean, it's close too. I'm sorry. The Jets and the Dolphins are my two teams behind the Browns.
You got Vegas in front of the Browns.
I do because of Fernando Mendoza. And
You believe?
I think he's going to be
a believer.
I think he's going to be a solid NFL quarterback. I could be wrong. We'll see. But I love Genty and I love what's his name, the tight end, Bowers. Now I don't like their wide receivers.
They ain't got none.
Now it's neck and neck. The bottom 6 teams, in my opinion, including Tennessee with this group, you could argue in any order. Arizona's in bad shape. But honestly,
Is Kyler Murray
honestly,
the best
in that
quarterback
list,
out of all of them?
in that list, Jacoby Brissett may be better than all these guys. Jacoby Brissett played decent football last year.
That's sad.
The Browns' defense is the best of the bunch, and that's why I put them a little higher. I think the Browns have the worst right now. The Browns have the worst offense in football, in my opinion, top to bottom. If you include everything,
Worse than the Raiders?
yes, I think so.
I feel like it's about the same, ain't it?
Well,
I got a little bit better in the passing game with the
I'd
Browns.
rather have Mendoza than any of the Browns quarterbacks. I'd rather have.
That's too early. It's too early to tell.
I can only give my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'd rather have Genty than Judkins, even though I like them both. I'd rather have Bowers than Fannin, even though I like them both. And both teams have terrible wide receiving cores. Both teams have terrible offensive lines. So I'd give a slight edge to the Raiders on offense right now.
I feel like the Cleveland Browns got an opportunity. We gonna get one of these 3 receivers, and that's gonna be a tremendous upgrade. Then we're gonna go back in free agency. We're gonna trade for another receiver. As a matter of fact, forget free agency. Ain't no free agents up there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
I just need a good.
Listen. Obviously, we'll have a different conversation after the draft and free agency. I'm just talking about right now.
So this should be the way too early.
Free agency is March 11th, right?
Yes. That's when the tampering period begins. Monday, March 11th.
It should be the way too early power rankings. And here's the thing: I don't got a problem.
It is the way too early.
I don't got a problem. If you want to rank where people gonna rank, That's cool. You don't win no championships when you ranked.
The fact of the matter of it all is the Browns put themselves in a situation to be even considered to be 32 because of how bad it was this year.
That's right.
I mean, if anything, it should be good motivation for them and the front office to say, yeah, we can't allow this to be true. So go out there and make some moves, try to make something happen. I think they said that they could get roughly $50 to $70 million in cap space by a swipe of a pen this offseason. Okay, make it happen.
You got to do it.
What you need
and you got to spend it wisely.
What you need to do with that $50 to $70 million with the swipe of the pen is I still think you should work on the offensive line. I'd rather have a veteran offensive line and hit on the receivers in the draft, had the young guys in the draft at receiver, then vice versa.
I think this is the year they find. Listen, I've been trying to get y'all on Project Stop.
Because Will Campbell just showed me why I don't really want a rookie.
I'm going to tell you.
What happened? He had a good year, though. I don't understand.
He got short T-Rex arms.
He got T-Rex arms.
Why wasn't it a factor all season?
T-Rex arms.
He got T-Rex arms.
Hey, we're doing the Will Campbell topic in a sec. Don't dive in.
Okay, here we go.
That?
So for me, I really feel like the Super Bowl kind of taught me, like, look, man, you got to have an overall good team. You can't just come out here with one. I got one or two of them things. Like, that's the problem. And by the way, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase got a podcast. And they was on here talking. Oh, you didn't? They was talking spicy. They like, man, what's wrong? What y'all? They said, what y'all need? No, we need defenders. We need to get one of these defensive ends. Our defense is trash.
Yeah, they're trying to get Max Crosby.
Yeah, they need to go out and get. But the thing is, now you got to have everything good. You got to have line. You got to have running. Like, they let Kenneth Walker just cook them. Like, think about that.
I think he's the most underrated back in the league. Nobody ever talks about him.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
I had him on fantasy this year, and every time he would drive the Seahawks down, they take him out and put Charbonnet in.
Charbonnet got hurt.
Charbonnet had like 14 touchdowns this season to Kenneth Walker's like 5.
You're very bitter about that.
I am, because it cost me my league. It's ridiculous.
And you know what I like? I love it. I love being ranked in the bottom 5 or the bottom 3 or whatever, because what we're going to do, man, the expectation levels ain't nothing. Like, it's like you guys, people expect us to be trash.
Yeah, but usually you are when you're in that group.
Well, hey, man, look, I think that
you can only go up from here.
I think that's
the good news.
It's a reset. I naturally feel that a first-year coach gets a boost. Take a look at what Kevin Stefanski did his first year.
Where is Atlanta on this?
23.
If they don't win 8 games, is it a failure? If they don't win more than 8 games, is it a failure in Atlanta? I made the argument.
They won 8 games last year.
And they fired the coach.
Right.
So if they win 8 or less, is it a failure?
Yes.
Okay.
And by the way,
I wouldn't fire a guy off of one season.
I ain't say fire. I just said, is it a failure?
And
I mean, it's a bad division, and they won 8 last year. So.
And by the way, you see they took that off the table. They said, hey, under no circumstances we'll be running back this competition. Kurt, you're done. It is Michael Penix. It is Penix. Say his name.
Dylan Gabriel about to come and get traded over.
They might veto that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
2 left-hand quarterbacks.
They may veto that. Them folks down there is like, oh no, you don't. You're not
bringing him in.
You're not bringing Dylan over here.
That's his guy.
We don't.
He identified him as the guy.
Dustin brought up this morning that maybe they'll sign David Njoku.
They probably.
Oh, they gonna sign him.
Nah, they better not let Kyle Pitts walk.
Well, you could sign them both.
Yeah, that's what they better do.